Okay. You
Make
remember
sure
what to
everything's
do and how
ready.
to start, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm a professional now.
That you are. You're a professional. Professional at dying.
Only I was so close on the first one.
You were. You really were. That's kind of how it is. You get into a mindset where you're like, oh, I got this in the bag. I'm just going to go down this way. It'll be fine. And then you get yourself into a dire situation, and recovery is not easy.
Yeah. But don't worry, this time I'm gonna be a little bit cautious.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little bit
Then
cautious.
I'm trying to think. Has the duper finished it on his own?
Yes. I basically told him, go this way. That's like he found it, and then he screwed up or something. I don't know. And he like went the opposite direction. I was like, no, 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 go the opposite direction. And that was it. And he got everything else on his own. So I was quite proud of that.
Okay. Cool then.
So all
right.
things considered, like he genuinely was able to beat the game, in my opinion. Like as close as one could get without having an unbelievable amount of inner knowledge like I do. I've still not actually properly run this game.
Really? Like you haven't done it yourself?
I haven't been able to just because it's so big, we can't get the people to like show up. I'm kind of hoping that in 121, if we get the chunk loading ender pearl thing, then that'll be problem solved. I can just set up a bunch of ender pearls, in a little water bubble column like that, and then just load the whole area, and there we go. We'll be able to play the game whenever we want on 2B2T without having to have 5 people or whatever online. And yeah, that should reasonably be... Hopefully that'll be doable. We'll see if that ends up happening, because we're all like, oh yeah, he'll totally allow us to load as many chunks as we want, like, no, I think that's... If it does end up happening, we're going to have like a watered down version of it. Something like that. It's too hard to know, but...
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Oh well. Yeah, we'll see. So, you ready
All
to
right.
jump down to the center? To the very bottom? Whee! Splash.
There we go.
Okay, so you will notice right away I have revamped the rule board to make it a little more obvious of what to do and what not to do. Thoughts, prayers, opinions?
Let me see. Our glimmer of this. Wait, despair. Stars. I already know stars.
Yeah.
Same symbol. Exit from the dungeon. Explore carefully and thoroughly as much of the game's layout. Okay. Jukebox.
That's new.
Listening for the jukebox music.
Jukebox music is extremely important. You absolutely must have your jukebox stuff up so that you hear it.
Right,
That
real
will
quick.
direct you into the right direction for wherever a thing is.
All right, it's up.
Okay.
Most importantly, remember that you will forfeit any items in the run. Okay, yeah, we already know this. If you die, get nothing else. Restart. Next round, don't forget to set your bed. Don't restore a chest and lockers. Alright. So you
Okay.
did a jukebox. Did you do the, what was it, like the blood on the floor thing? With like the redstone?
I got blood on the floor in more other areas, as well as more signs, like what you originally saw. So I hope that's a little bit more indicative. Blood on the floor as like a trail. It depends. Like certain areas, it felt like it made sense. In other areas, I couldn't do it because there was water or something. So, or it was not a flat block, and you can't put redstone on those. So like with some things, I couldn't do it, but I tried to kind of make it make sense, I guess.
Okay. So I should like just look out for the jukeboxes or hear the jukeboxes.
You're going to be hearing for them, yes. Apart from that,
Alright.
good luck.
I'm excited.
And also
I'm
I set up
excited.
the wall here to sort of show off the power cards. Oh yeah, did you ever get your versions?
I don't think I did.
Yes, please do. That you can have one or two apiece. Those are there for commemorative,
See, I'll
purposes.
like 2 of them.
They're really cool. I liked how they turned out. These were really, really good. Like this, of all the things in the game, this turned out the best, in my opinion. Both how it works in game as well as the actual map art. Like, it's perfect.
How long did it take to make all of them?
Oh lordy, I started mid-July, I want to say, right after the 4th sometime. And I got lucky, even though the player checks hadn't been lifted yet. That is something I want to mention for the recording. The player checks. Player checks are nuts. You can place blocks, like, under you. You can place blocks through other blocks. Like, look at that, that glass beside us right here.
Oh. Cool.
I placed that cobblestone inside there from here. Like, you can't do that normally. You shouldn't be able to. But here we are. Like, that's a thing. I can break it through there. Like, the checks that are normally on players for placing blocks in September after that temp map, they just evaporated. Like, it was super helpful because we were allowed to use printer with Lightmatica to overcome the problem of placing the thousands upon thousands of blocks. And so, yeah, like, it just kind of was amazing for our purposes. It came along at exactly the right moment. And so for making the map art, before that was in July, so that's before September, obviously. So I was using a bunch of schematics, and all I did was I just changed the art and the text. So the text on the left side or the right side and the text at the bottom, as well as the art in the center part of the card. And so I was able to use baritone to do all that. And so it took about a month into August, roughly.
It's not that bad compared to CBTC builds.
So the frame part of the card, if you look at the card in your hand, the outer frame, not the art. So for example, the picture, the square picture that changes from card to card, that's the card art. But the nameplate and the text box, as well as that symbol in the bottom right corner, that's all a valleyed map. You know, the up and down valleyed stuff. So I was able to get a lot more detail for those. But because that's so much trouble to do with baritone, I was able to get away without having to change any of that. And so I just set up a flat plane of glass above all of that with gold pressure plates and black carpet and white carpet to detail the name, as well as the text box. And then the card art, since that changed from card to card, that was just a flat map that I could do with, you know, various materials and stuff. And then I just had baritone clear it all out and then baritone build it all. And then I had to do several passes to get it all to work, and then it was it. Like, it wasn't that bad. I set up a art platform in a mushroom biome to make sure that we wouldn't be harassed by mobs, and I just pounded them all out, and that was it. But it didn't feel like it was too much time in retrospect. It feels like it was only like 2 or 3 weeks, but at the time it felt like it dragged on and on and on. Like, it was something. What was really bad was when we started actually building the game, and I was going layer by layer by layer by layer. That felt like that dragged on forever. The best part was when I discovered that I was doing it wrong and that I shouldn't actually, like, do it layer by layer. I broke everything up into quadrants, so I made 4 quadrants, and I just said, okay, focus on one material type on that quadrant. So all the quartz brick, all the smooth quartz, all that, you know, focus on that and bring it up to the ceiling of the hole we blasted out back in February. And so I did that. You streamed
all of this, right?
Yeah, I streamed a whole lot of this stuff. Like, it's really crazy how much I put out on YouTube. And it was about a month after that, we had the temp map. And I was so bored that whole temp map because I was so embroiled with this project. I was like, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. I got to get this done. And I couldn't do anything because we were stuck on that stupid temp map for like 3 days or 2 days or whatever it was. And we were like, idiots would go out into the nether and get netherite, and, you know, they would try hard and try to kill each other, and I was just running around in a boat going, what is the point? I have nothing to do. And that temp map ended up being the best thing ever because they were testing all the new features and stuff, and that's when they forgot to turn the player checks back on. And that, like, when I heard, because some PvPer at spawn, when we got back to the map, was like, I can place 40-something crystals a second. What's going on? That hadn't happened in months or over a year or something like that. And I was like, what? You can crystal people at like 40 a second? That's insanity. Wait a minute. What if that means... And then sure enough, that meant that, yeah, the player placement checks were... They still kind of exist. There's like some upper limit, but the limit was increased, which meant you could get away with placing like 20 blocks inside of 10 seconds. You can't manually place 20 blocks that fast if you're, playing vanilla. Even with fast place, you can't place that well. But this could do, with Printer and Lightmatica, this could do a whole room inside 5 seconds. And not a small room, like a decent sized box. Like you could do so much stuff with that. And yeah, that just, all bets were off at that point, and we just chugged on to Halloween. And that was the time. And I managed to get a lot of it done in like a month. But I seriously, like, we were at maybe 15% completion before the tent map in September. And by Halloween, so about a month and a half later, we got like 90% of the game done like that. And there was only a little bit of polishing up to do afterward. It was nuts. It was just absolutely nuts.
Yep. And wait, do you think Housemaster allowed that, or did you just forget?
It has to be an oversight. Has to be a mistake. There's no way they would let you place that many blocks with no checks whatsoever on how you place them. Like, that's... I just broke blocks through blocks. That should never be possible. There's no excuse for that. Oh god, what?
Oh, Housemaster figured out.
Oh no, a cat.
I
got teleported. A cat knocked my pearl, or something. Or
Housemaster.
Universin loaded my. I don't know. No. My Ender Pearl got loaded. I got zapped up to my my pearl point. Hold on one moment. Let me put it back.
Housemaster knows.
Housemaster knows. No, it's fine. Oh well. Anyway, no. That was just sort of an accident. But yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy. You shouldn't be able to place a block and break a block from so far away through other blocks. Like, there's no check that's going on that says, hey, you shouldn't have access to behind this. But I do. So, whatever. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. But, yeah.
It doesn't really affect the server, does it?
I mean, other than that, you could easily get annihilated if you step foot in spawn. I mean, if you consider that impacting the server. No, like, the TPS has still been pretty solid, in all honesty. I don't think that really matters too much. I was convinced it was going to go away. And so I was scrambling to get the game completed, and then we did, and it's still here. So I don't know. Like, maybe it isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. Oh, so you're the person down there?
That was Universin running down to, I really don't know, honestly. Whoa. Right. He smacked into the wall behind us.
Oh yeah, I should get my shader.
Oh, yeah. Acid shaders, and then turn your render distance down, as well as... Do you want to set your bed, or no?
We did like an ender pearl last time, right? Oh no, we did a bed.
Oh yeah, you did a bed, but like you can just put a pearl stasis, or pearl here.
It's all good. Right click.
Okay. I know some people are particular about where they set their beds, so I don't want to like make you force yourself to have to do that or whatever.
It's all fine. I decided to put my stuff in here.
Oh, this is empty, so you just whatever. You take whichever one you want.
Yep, we'll go here.
I'm still mad we can't redo signs. I had that in mind when I built these. I was like, oh, it'd be so cool. We just ink and dye the sign white with glow ink, and then whoever's there, we can just wax the signs we don't want being edited, and then go from there. And it's like, no, actually, House is not going to let us do that. Let me get all of these really, really beaten up bits of armor out of here.
3, 2, 1. There we go.
Oh, yes, and also I have a really neat build friend of mine has worked on, and he wanted me to show it to you. So we can
Is
do
it,
that afterward. It's
okay.
somewhat close by, but he's been building his place for like... when did he get here? He came in... March? No, it wasn't March. It was, June. I want to say. Somewhere in there. And he got to work on this giant dwarf, I don't know what you call it, Dwarven hall. Like, it's huge. I've shown it off on stream. It's immense. You should really, like, see it.
Yeah, just remind me. Then we
Okay.
can do it. Alright, let me
I'm
see.
gonna
Let me
put
restart.
these here. These are the spare hazmat suits. We've almost run through them all.
Yeah, mine almost broke last time.
Oh, okay, good. Good. Like, that's intended, though. I don't mind, but, like, I want you to have kind of, like, the more games we play, the more risk there is of it going kaput on you. Because that, in
Wait,
my
am I
opinion...
the first person to play the updated version?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. The most up-to-date version is, as it is right now. I have not worked on the game in, like, a week almost. Because when I did it last week, when I got it done, like, I was done. Like, there's nothing more to do, reasonably speaking. I think the last thing I did was I got some mobs in place that were not where I wanted them. And that was it. So there are more mobs and spots that you should have problems with. Because they're meant to be troublesome. You know, you're not meant to get through there without some effort.
That's true.
Okay. Alright, all the hazmat stuff is in place. There's so much XP and leather and dye and all sorts of junk to get that.
You had to make a cow farm for that?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I also traded with a ton of villagers to build up the leather. Because at a certain point I was like, this is silly. Why am I making, you know, a cow farm when I can buy leather stuff from a villager? And that's what I ultimately did.
Like, is it a really good way to get leather? Because there's a guy who needs tons of leather on
Now,
C2 right now.
Is it raw leather or is it leather pants, suits,
Like,
tunics?
just like leather from cows.
Oh, raw leather? No. You got to farm it from cows or from hoglins. You don't have an option. You have a slight option, but like hoglins would be your other best bet if you want to make a hoglin farm deep in the nether.
Okay. I'll probably tell him that. Because he wants to make like this huge book museum.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So he wants to make books.
Yep.
Well, you can buy books from villagers. Why do you need that? Just buy the books from a villager, like, or bookshelves. You buy bookshelves from a villager.
Yeah, from what he said, like he was doing it before the update. I think that was like the best way.
Oh, yeah, before the update, you know. Right. Come on. Come through.
Let me start the recording again. Have to make sure I don't overdo my gigabytes.
Oh, how close are you?
Let me see. My task manager. Let's see. I have like 300 gigabytes on the SSD, but 2 terabytes on my hard drive left.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. Like last time I was recording for what was it? The Bedrock video I was making
Yeah.
soon. Like I was recording, then like my whole computer crashed because I
Oh, no.
recorded too much.
Oh, no. Did you clear off all that stuff, or have you,
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty easy.
Well, it wasn't too bad then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how it goes. I've run up against the limit before. I've been down to 5 gigs, and I thought, oh my god, 5 whole gigs? Oh no. But it's not been that bad. All right.
Yep. All right, so I clicked them.
Yeah, you click the buttons, get suited up. Remember, Blackstone buttons and... Oh, you weren't far enough away. Yeah, Blackstone pressure plates and Blackstone buttons are... They do stuff. So hopefully no confusion with like stone buttons on the ground in front of lockers, like stuff like that. So,
I
yeah.
guess only Blackstone, right?
Well, there are still some stone buttons in front of lockers that don't do it. Like, they're just an empty locker. The black stone buttons are the lockers that have items in them and can receive an item. So those are the ones you look out for.
All right.
So yeah.
Let's do it.
A black stone button of any kind does something, so pay attention. And then look out for the computers as well.
The terminals.
Yep. Terminals
All right.
are the thing. Okay, let me go and get in place, because I have to.
Oh, in here.
Yeah. And don't forget to turn your render distance down.
All right, let me do 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait, I have full bright on. Let me turn it
Oh,
off.
no hacks.
Yep. Like, I don't have future client, but I have Rusher hack. There
I
it goes,
mean,
off.
that's still a hack.
Yeah, I only had full bright on it.
Oh, well.
Because when I was doing the shorts video,
Yeah.
when you try to use flashback, future client crashes it, so I just had to use Rusher
Ew.
hack.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That is unfortunate.
Yep. All right. Do I press the button?
Let me get one last little thing in place. I just suddenly realized the card distributor needs to have all the spots open for cards so that you get a good smattering of cards for your run, because that's how that's how you beat the game. So like I want you to actually have a chance and get a decent amount of cards, because they are super helpful. Okay, let her rip.
All right. Here we go.
Really wish I could go over there and see you, but oh well.
All right. Walking in.
Oh, can you screen share?
Okay. I'm like in the
That's
thing.
super
Share screen.
importante.
Oh yeah, because you were probably watching the stream last time, right?
Yeah. Last time I had a window into what people are doing, and there
Yeah,
we
before
are.
I go in, let me make sure. Come on. It's so weird. Bending.
I think you can actually turn your acid shaders off.
I'll do that once we finish. Once we get out. Once I get out. Right now, I'm still in the Jackrooms. Supers.
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know.
You may not be.
Oh.
You might still be,
God.
but you may have magically crossed back into our plane of existence.
Maybe.
Well,
Perhaps.
he's getting there.
Whoa. I can see. Let's
Hi.
go. Hello.
You made it with only one piece of armor broken.
My arm. Oh, let me see my boots.
Your boots are like
can't-
next to destroyed, but
Wait. I don't even know. I can't see the durability.
one. Uno.
There you go.
Wow. Oh, you didn't get the other key cards, but oh well. That timer is so long for the other key card. Like, that's meant to like tantalize you, and they're also meant to kind of like accumulate in lockers, so that just over several runs you'll get lucky and you'll have all the red, blue, and green key cards. And that's
Nice.
it. You done did it.
Yay.
Let me
Let's go.
let's take a picture together in front of this grating here. Yeah, they're right there. Okay. Let me tell them in Discord.
Let's get the Jackrooms.
Universin
Thank you.
and
How long did it take?
probably 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have done a group photo with Sal and Duper. Or well, I think we did it with Duper, but we didn't do it with Sal. Should have done that. That'd have been neat.
Yeah.
All right.
Where do I put this stuff?
Okay. Just give me it. I guess I'll just return it all. You didn't use any of the sugar or the spider eyes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well, you had a good haul.
I had a stack of apples or golden apples.
That's fine. I do want those back though. Those are annoying to make.
Yep. There you go.
Thank you. All right, you can up your render distance to whatever you're comfortable. Don't do that. Bad Universin. I saw that. He was gonna snipe you. Okay, your items, all that. You want to go back? This way. Okay, I was about to say, be careful with this door, because it's like one person at a time. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Etho doors are not multiple people friendly, I hate to say. Oh well. And here you are. Oh, did you put your stuff here? Oh, you didn't even lock it.
Oh, you locked them?
You can shut the door, see?
It's fine.
I mean, I didn't expect anyone to take it, but like that's the whole point of it being, you know, like that. You're supposed to have the locker lock.
Yeah, it's in the name.
Right.
So if you keep a locker open, what does it make it?
Just really kind of like a drawer or a
drawer.
Not a drawer. Sorry. What is the phrase? It's a like a chest of drawers, you know, like a dresser. Like a coat holder. Like it does not make it anything fancy or interesting. The whole point is that it's a safe metal container for your stuff.
There we go. I think that's everything. I have a chest plate for some reason. There we go.
There we are. You done did it. You've
I
escaped the Jackrooms.
Wow.
I'd hoped you would, but I'd also hoped you were going to get like shot to death or something awful would happen. Like you fall into a hole that's like unavoidable. Or the lightning traps would trigger, but like it just never happened. We just never got a lightning storm, and it's like, okay, well, whatever. It's the whole point is that it occurs or it doesn't. There's really no in between.
Did it ever lightning when I was in there?
No, not while you were in there.
Thunder?
Not today. The other day, yes, but for now, no. You actually got out relatively unscathed.
Wow.
The hazmat suit served you well.
Good
anyway,
job.
I can show you. We can go to Dark Takanuva's Dwarven keep. We can do that in a moment. I do want to actually show off the 9th exit, because that's the secret exit, and nobody's seen that. Okay, go into the maintenance hole. So you want to go down to...
Back down there?
Yeah, back down to there. Splash. Okay, the door labeled maintenance hole to your right. There you go.
Oh, let me record this. Yeah, flashback. Here we go. Okay, where?
Okay, I am... Hold on, I'm putting up the items that you gave me. So give me just one moment. Oh, yeah. I meant to repair. I broke a sign there. I don't know how I did it, but I did, so I've got to fix that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that I labeled everything for the sake of whoever it is that wants to play this game, or you know, the world download stuff. Like, yeah. So as to help people understand what it is and how it works, on the off chance something breaks. I don't know.
Have you even
Huh?
like learn all this redstone?
I was expanding on Tango Tech's game, Decked Out 2, and by mucking around in his redstone, I slowly learned how all this stuff functions. So I worked it out myself. Do you have tracers? Turn your tracers on.
Oh, yeah.
You can turn your hacks back on. You're not recording the hacks.
Right. Yeah, I'm not used to Russia hack.
Oh.
Let's see. Tracers. Where's tracers? Like that. Oh, yeah, render. Oh, there it is. Okay. Russia's weird.
Go back into the maintenance hole.
Here, you're down there, I see. I think I see you.
There you go. All right. Oh.
Hold on, I'm like...
Okay, come
lagging
this
out.
way.
Hold on. Render distance back to like 3.
Fair. Yeah, my FPS is like 10 down here. 16 if I look in the right directions. Oh well. Okay, so what you're supposed to do... let's get into the game from the entrance. Okay. So what you're supposed to do is you get the red, the blue, and the green key cards. And if you're lucky, let's make sure nothing's in here. You come to the Meg base. And I don't know if you looked at this or not. I don't think you did. There's a lectern here, and so that tells you what to do. Can you read that while I'm reading it? No, you can't. There you go.
Yeah, I remember seeing this. Remember first time?
So these are the 3 key cards. So what you do is you pop them all in there. That's a barrel. And they filter across and open this door.
Whoa.
And so this is the 9th exit.
Whoa, working out. Whoa.
Don't move. I don't want it to throw you off or lag you out or whatever. This elevator is really, really unfortunate, but it still works. So, like, we'll just not worry about
like
it.
The beginning of Maze Runner?
The beginning of
like
Maze Runner? That had
the
an
movie?
elevator like that?
Yeah, it's like a cage and like the elevator goes to like the surface.
That's neat. Okay, so you hit that, or... No, it's this one up here. So this is just an exit, and then that sends the elevator back down, and that resets the game.
Huh. And the... Interesting. How long did it take to find like or build the elevator?
Not that bad. It wasn't too hard. Universon did the redstone for the elevator. It's just a simple up and down piston machine that moves something up or down. And so we just tell it move in one direction and then move in the other direction, and it just it ferrets you up and down. That's it. So it's not special. But it's really interesting. So yeah, good stuff.
There's 8 exits.
Yes, 8. So anywhere where you're seeing these big copper pipes, so like right there, that's an exit. Do you see it? The weathered copper pipe?
Over here?
Yeah, that's an exit. Or it's part of an exit.
Interesting.
So do you want a crash course on how the rails work?
Sure.
All right, so what this does... So this observer, okay, back up 2 blocks. Yeah, okay. So what this does is the observer sees anything directly in front of it, so that'll be the rail, and any kind of block update, okay, like this rail turning on or turning off, will cause the observer to send a 2-tick pulse of power directly into the block behind it, which then powers the rails beyond it. And so in this manner, if I do that, that sent a pulse. You weren't paying attention over here, so you didn't see this.
Oh.
But this pulse would go down this line and then down here, and it will move that redstone block directly below us. Okay? Do you see it? Right?
Yep.
Okay. Now let me put the stair or the rail back. And if I put it back, that redstone block should extend like that. And that opens or closes that passageway. And so all of these lines go to two major places. The mangrove wood line goes all the way over here. Into here. Oh, damn it. Ah, there we go. That hole is so hard to hit sometimes. Anyway, and so this is the master door inverting mechanism. What this does is this hooks up to every door, every hatch, anything that can open randomly. And what this machine will do is when it's basically an hourglass where you have these two droppers here. Ooh, it's actually really, really close. So these two droppers right here, they're faced into each other. And so this is an hourglass where every grain of sand in the hourglass takes a different amount of time to fall through the little narrow band, that counts the hourglass. So this redstone block, or this redstone ore here, is continuously being updated by this armor stand. And it takes some variable amount of time, as much as 3 or 4 minutes, for it to stop. But because it's still got the armor stand, it continues right back up again. So every time it starts or stops being sparkly, the observer sees that. So it sees any block update, anything it's faced into. And so that kicks over one of these smooth stones into the observer, or the dropper, sorry, that it's facing into. Not that one, not the top one. It's the one,
Yes.
It's beyond that one. You're going to have to come over here and see it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, 58. Now it's up one. This was at 7, now it's at 8. Or it's at 6, sorry. So we got some variable amount of time before 5. Holy crap, that just happened. More smooth stones get kicked over. And when the whole stack is kicked over, the wooden axe at the very top kicks over to here, which starts a clock and fires and resets the whole timer. What that will do is then kick over one impulse, which will press this observer down, which sends a block update or a redstone impulse, and these rails go all over the game. And so this observer sees it, kicks the signal on down to that line, and then that observer sees it, and so on and so forth. And these go everywhere. And so these go to all doors, and they invert whatever that door happens to be, whatever state it's in. So open doors close, closed doors open. And that happens across the whole game. But there's also an individual door mechanism that's run by these daylight sensors, and we have to be very, very careful how we aim. There we go. Right here. Oh, good. I'm glad. Congrats on making it. So, what we have is that row of lamps directly up there. Yeah, you're looking at it, okay? See all the observers coming off of that? Those lamps, if you free cam up here, there is a row of redstone above those lamps. Yeah, you're gonna have to go down a little bit. There you go. Right there. Yeah. Okay. That redstone, as the day or the night carries on, this side is the night side. The other side is the day side. There are two versions of this mechanism. So as the day gets longer or as the night gets longer, this power on this redstone line gets stronger, which causes the lamps directly below it to light up or turn off. When any of these lamps light up or turn off, you've got, and you can get out of free cam now. Down here, with these, there's a hopper-dropper combo here. Oh no. Oh, I'm lagging. There we go. Okay. So the droppers, each dropper contains, yeah. You had it. It's the same stuff. No, the dropper, not the hopper. What the
That's
heck?
all. It was like the stone.
Oh, the server's lagging badly. Well, anyway.
Yeah, polished.
There we go.
Wooden
Okay.
shovel.
So the way hoppers, when you have a comparator sitting on top of a hopper like this, when an item that is stackable gets kicked out, it'll immediately return back to the dropper because the hopper is focused into it. But for that brief instance that there's an item in there, these comparators read that. And so the stackable items put out a power level of only 1. And so that can't reach the observer and the piston. So it's not going to do any pulsing or any updating. And so if by chance, you got a 1/3 chance, if the wooden shovel ends up in the hopper, for the brief instance that it's in there, the comparator lights up and puts out a signal of 3, which will reach the piston, which kicks up the observer, and that powers this line. And each one of these goes to a different door. Some of them go to like 2 or 3 doors at once. But each one of these goes to a different door in a different location throughout the dungeon. And as you can see, there are a bunch of them. There are fingers on this side, and then there are fingers on this opposite side as well. Ah, hate that. So yeah, there are fingers on here, and there are fingers on this side, and then on the opposite side of the squid tank, there's the exact same mechanism, but for a daylight sensor instead of a nightlight sensor. That one opens and lights up as the night carries on. And so as we get closer to morning, and yeah, the sun is about to, or the moon's about to set, the sun's about to rise. And as that happens, those lamps will get weaker and weaker. And so an update has a 1/3 chance of opening or closing whatever door it's assigned to.
It's crazy.
Yes. This took us like 4 months of developing. Admittedly, we had creative mode and we had world edit. We did it on a testing server with a world download of this base. And,
so you guys are the first to even build something like this?
I would like to think. It's hard to know for sure. But I'd like to be the first person to claim that we are the first group to build a complicated, sophisticated redstone-driven game. It's not a farm. It's not a thing that duplicates items. It's not a device. It's a system of systems. And the system of systems drives the gaming experience. You've got cards that do stuff. I can take you to the card driver or the card processor. That's also nuts.
Check it out.
Okay, let's... So yeah, this is the card processor. Specifically over here. So,
organized.
Yeah, very organized. So, all the cards that you submit, they come down this water chute. And there is a very complicated system of water chutes that drive all, from every PC, from every terminal that you saw in the game, they all hook up to this central line. And so the cards, they fall down this way, align on the chest so that they are halfway in the water stream and halfway over the hopper. So that when it's the appropriate card, it gets sucked up by the appropriate hopper. So this was also something related to the key cards, the red, blue, and green key cards. This was something you didn't do, but I was gonna tell you about it. This first hopper here has a glass bottle in it. If you recycle the glass bottles after you drank your potion into a computer terminal, that will give you a key card. So if you drink 3 potions and you get lucky and you get a different colored key card every time, that'll give you your 3 key cards and you can leave that way. So technically you can leave by just drinking 3 potions, but we keep that on the down low because people are going to know about that because that's really, really easy.
So it's like a secret.
Yes, it's a secret, exactly. And so you submit your power card, whatever ones you happen to get your hands on, and what's written on the card will be what happens, when the card is processed. So you will get Spider Eyes and Lockers. You will get, Void Feast gave you sugar. You had a 50% chance of getting sugar in a locker. Like, you saw how much sugar you got. So you got a lot of that. So, like, these cards are worth playing. They advance you, they give you power, they give you jump boost. This one's one of my favorite ones. Gives you continual regen and resistance. Resistance 1, regen 1. That basically makes you untouchable. Like, you can't die. You can die.
More rare?
Not really. It just, you get lucky and you find it or you don't. That's it. So yeah, it works out. It works out. And so all of these are like, they're powerful in their own way. Some of these give you conduit power. So this one, after nightfall with Void Blaze, you get conduit power. And that allows you to swim under all the watery tunnels and stuff at night, free of charge. The reason that's so powerful is that all those watery tubes, they can take you everywhere. And so this is unfettered access to the entire game. Well, that means you have no real obstacles stopping you from completing the game, because you can go anywhere. So yeah, that was more or less why we did that. So when you submit a power card, oh crap, I felled. Let's get up here. Okay, so when you submit a power card, oh, this mechanism didn't reset. Hate that. I'm gonna hold on, just stay right here. There we go. Reset. There we go. Do it again. There we go. Okay. So that resets this mechanism. This is what gives you your Nether Star. When you submit your first power card, this does it. And so this line goes off to where those are held, and that's in the item. Actually, yeah, we can go do the item stuff in a minute.
Okay.
But did you know, and obviously you can't know because we didn't write it on the card, both for space problems, but also because I wanted you to get a lightning storm, and it just never happened. Well, that's what this upper part controls. The lightning storm, if you get a lightning storm while the game is running, not while the game is not running, but the game has to be running, you get, depending on whatever card you've played, this line of dark oak wood flips down if a lightning strike has been registered. Did you see those giant spires up top?
Let me see. Let me freak out.
They've got a lightning rod at the very top of them. You might need to up your render distance a little bit. Oh, no, yeah, there's one. Okay, there should be a sign on it. Yeah, right there. Is that the card augmentation or is difficulty adjustment line? Okay, that controls the traps. If lightning strikes there, the trap lines will start triggering, and so you'll get poison potions in places. Those pitfalls will open up, things like that. And so there's a sister lightning rod opposite of that one. So there are 4 of them in total. Yeah, you're gonna have to knock your render distance up a bit, but yeah, that one right there, and then there's another one on the opposite side. Yeah, there are 4, so 2 augment the cards, 2 augment the difficulty. So that's a card augment, yeah. So what happens is, when a card is played and a lightning strike is registered, we have this dark oak line in front of me flip down, and that completes these circuits, which give you stronger card effects, but they're secret. So I'm not going to tell you what they are. So I'll leave that as a sort of teaser for anyone when they want to play the world download. So you'll get whatever's listed on the card, but you'll also get a stronger effect, or stronger version of that effect. Because if lightning strikes, you're probably going to get a difficulty spike. You know, a trap will trigger or something. So the power cards being more powerful because of the lightning helps you to survive a little bit better. It's not so one-sided that you're doomed, you know, that kind of thing. So, let's go to the item and the card distribution room.
Where is it?
You might be able to get up from there. Hold on just a moment. Is there a way over there? No, there isn't. Damn it.
Oh, I have to go back up.
Hold on. I'll show you the spot. You gotta. Okay. It's right above this dropper. Oh, you don't even see me.
Which one, tracers? Right there.
Right here.
Oh.
So we just follow this line this way. And this is the line that tells the dropper that has the nether stars in it to give the player a nether star. So that's up here. Yeah. Directly underneath the shulker. I'm going to move this and put it up here. So yeah, this is the Glimmer of Despair dropper, which tells the game to throw an item into this staging area where it lands in here. The item staging dropper. So this is where your golden apples, your potions, your key cards, your glimmers of despair, all this shit ends up in here, and eventually it chooses by this crazy, absurd mechanism.
Seems like every machine down here.
It's a lot of stuff.
What the heck?
And so it determines which one of the 18 lockers that it's going to dump it in. As I said, I have to randomize it because I can't let it be on a pattern. You'll know where to go, when to go there. You'll figure out the pattern. So if it's random, well, you'll just have to deal with that. So yeah, that system will choose one of the chutes. So over here. So that'll choose one of these pistons to retract that ice. Every single piston that can retract an ice block has a half slab over it to ensure the items fall down that chute. And then that water chute goes to, I mean, every locker in the game pretty much. So they all snake everywhere. If you free cam around, you'll see a lot of, especially since you have Fulbright on, you will see, look down. Yeah. You see all these? They go everywhere. They're everywhere. Like, there are 18 such channels, and they all go off to a different location.
No wonder you need 5 people to load this.
Yes.
Wow. I don't even... Like, has this even been made before in Minecraft?
Yeah.
Stuff like this?
Yeah. People have done stuff way crazier than this. Like, imagine what you can do with command blocks. But as for in survival, the only other game that comes close to this that unfortunately for me, it surpasses this game. That would be Decked Out 2 by Tango Tech. Tango Tech created Decked Out 2, and oh man, did he knock it out of the park with that one. His game is even more complicated than mine. But the Hermitcraft server that he was building all that on could run data packs. So they had custom resources, custom models, custom sound effects. They had a mod that you could encode any MP3 file you wanted onto a music disc and then pipe it through a jukebox. And with Redstone controls, you could turn on a jukebox, play your MP3 file, and that could be something like an ambient noise, a scary noise, an animal noise, a player or a person saying something, like announcing the name of a card, announcing a condition, something like that. And yeah, like you could do so much with Decked Out 2. It hurts. Decked Out 2 was so good though.
But you
So,
did
yeah.
this on 2B2T.
You could not build Decked Out 2 on 2B2T, sorry.
Yeah.
You could build a half-hearted version, but a lot of the resources that you I guess with the resource pack, some of these things could be done, but the problem is there are a specific amount of discs in Minecraft. I think it's like 14 discs or 15 discs or something like that. And the amount of ambient noises and the amount of variety that Tango Tech used, he had hundreds of discs worth of sound bites. So I wouldn't know of a good way with a resource pack. I'm not even really that versed in how to make a resource pack, let alone how to put them together and like customize everything. I don't think it'd be possible. You could build the build. You could even build a lot of the redstone. But the way some of the ambient stuff worked, it would kill the experience. It just wouldn't be possible. But man, would it be cool.
So this one, they didn't build Deck Out 2 in multiplayer, right? Like a
They did.
actual Minecraft server.
Yeah, on the Hermitcraft server. Last year.
Well, I mean, like on like a, like a public Minecraft server. Where...
No. You would never be able to make something like this on a public server. Oh, wait. Maybe you could. But you could build...
Yeah, you're the first one.
Yeah, you could build something like this, I would say. But without the access to the data packs, because there was a lot of data pack magic behind Decked Out 2, data packs would be essential. I don't know how you'd be able to make this without a data pack. And also they had an external fabric mod that allowed you to play the MP3 files on discs in jukeboxes, in-game. And also you could encode... I think this is also part of that same mod. You could encode an MP3 file into a goat horn. And so when you play the goat horn, instead of it being the noise, it would be the MP3 file. So you could have people yelling and screaming. You could have people saying jokes, whatever. Like, that would be cool. But we'll never get anything like that on 2B2T. But hey, we're still mostly vanilla as is humanly possible, I guess. So... this at least proves you can do some crazy stuff with Redstone if you know how.
I think you should join the Hermitcraft, Jack. This is insane.
No. I hate to say this.
Come on.
Even if I did join Hermitcraft, I'm not a fit for their community. I'm not. I curse. I say politically incorrect things. I have a history on this server, which means that history would bleed over into Hermitcraft, and people would be like, well, Jacktherippa did this, way back when, and like that would cause so much of a stink. It wouldn't work, man. I'm better off here. This is my home. I played here for going on 12 years.
There you go.
So yeah, if you have in any way some inkling to play this game in around Christmas time, so about a month from now, I'm gonna release the world download, doctored, so that it doesn't leak coordinates or anything like that. I'm going to have to talk to Turbine to figure out how to best do that. But yeah, we're going to release this. It's going to be safe, and you're going to have the chance to play it on your own. I think that'd be cool.
Definitely. Like, do you think it's going to be, like, soon, pretty much?
Yeah, around Christmas time.
Okay, so, like, cool.
It'll be at Christmas. That's my Christmas present to everybody. Last year, my Christmas present to everybody was I released Space Valk 3. This year, it's Escape, the Jackrooms.
There you go.
There you go. I'm enjoying that. This was a lot of fun, a lot of hard work, a little bit of stress, but it came together. Like, I'm genuinely surprised we got this. And, like, it just... Yeah. Like I can't believe we're at the end of this. So I don't know. If the 121 chunk loading thing goes into effect, I think that's 121.2. If that ends up, I don't know, being possible, and we can load chunks using ender pearls, this game will be so much fun. I just don't know if that's ever going to pan out. But hey, one day we'll see.
So what do you think about version 2? Do you think it's gonna be bigger than this one?
Oh, way bigger. 500 by 700 in a sort of a horseshoe shaped area. So the cobblestone will be the play area. Actually, it's probably going to be more like that. And then, or actually, we may not make it horseshoe shaped. We may make it just donut shaped. And then the deep slate will be the mother brain, the central control area where all the game's logic is housed, so that one person can just stay in the middle, load everything, and then anything going on in the area where you are is local. And so as you move around, as you come into contact with the central area, whatever data is transmitted on these rail lines here will be sent to the central processing area. And that will be, how your game experience is shaped, basically. And so I was thinking Escape the Jackrooms 2 will be a lot more puzzle-focused. Still a little bit of emphasis on parkour. This one was way more parkour and mob gauntlet, as well as exploration. But this next upcoming one will be far more puzzle-focused. And there will still be mobs, there will still be parkour. Obviously, exploration will always play a part. It's a walking simulator to a degree. But yeah, you will be solving a set amount of puzzles. And if you get 75% of the puzzles done, I will let you go, but with a bad ending. And if you get 90% or 100% of the puzzles finished, I'll let you go with a good ending. That's what I was thinking in the back of my head.
It was like an RPG, kind of?
A little bit, yeah. And so this whole area will be 500 by 700. So this will be the 700 side, this will be the 500 side. And so that's what I think will be... Actually, maybe this is probably a little more accurate. The ratio is. So yeah, so it's going to be a giant cityscape. You saw Found Footage 3 by Kane Pixels, right?
Yep.
That city that guy runs into, that's the style that I want to build this next one in. From bedrock to build height. Whoops. So a 384 block tall cityscape. That's backrooms, office spaces, living house spaces, that kind of theme. We're going to go really light on the white voids and the maps. We learned our lesson on that. I swear I get 20 FPS if I look in the correct direction, and 5 if I don't. So we're not going to make that mistake again. And I think it's going to be far more easier on us, but also still awesome, type of experience. We're considering doing a resource pack, but resource packs can really only take you so far. I like the idea of it being vanilla, because you don't need a resource pack to run this game. If you are a griefer and you show up here and you're going to blow up Ocean's Anomalous, obviously I can't stop you, but let's say you decide to walk through the game and just sort of do a soft run through it. You don't have access to any resource pack, but there isn't a resource pack. You just, whatever is in the game, whatever's in 2B2T, that's what you experience. And I like that. I like the idea of no matter who you are or where you come from, no matter what your intentions, the game is what it is. And the experience will always be the same. Everybody can always be on the same page. That kind of thing.
There you go. Do you think the map arts are causing or all the redstone?
Yes, it is the map arts. 100% it's the map arts.
Yeah. So remember when we were going to that map art room?
Yes.
Super laggy too.
That's amore. I don't know what else to put. The white voids add an amazing atmosphere to the game that is essential. I wouldn't make this game without that. You need the glowstone to light up a lot of that area. The white voids and the secrets in the white voids are so good. You can't really have a good game without that. You need those kinds of secrets to make the game worth replaying. Imagine those white voids didn't exist. I don't know that you would have beaten the game at all.
Well, I did come close without going to the weight rooms first try.
But The routes, see, we were very careful with the routes you can take. There are no hard dead ends. If you run into a dead end, it's either a door that's shut via RNG, in which case you just got to find an alternate way around. But there's always a way around. You are never really truly stuck. There's always something that you don't know about that you can get through. But you have to explore. That's up to you to figure out.
True.
So yeah. And then down below here, final redstone gizmo. This is the card distributor. This tells the cards where to go. So each one of these is a card, or a few stacks of the map art. That drops them off into this revolving water stream. That's what this donut-shaped water stream up here is. And so this donut-shaped water stream revolves the map arts around, and it, well, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay, you got it. Cool. And so each one of these pistons flips open and creates a chute for, to fall down into. And, yeah, each one of these goes off to a different location. Obviously, the places where you found the power cards is where those locations are. You didn't find some of them, so I don't know. Like Site 6, I don't think you went there. You didn't go to Site 5 either. One of these, I think it was Site 4, you did find that one. You can tell because this piston has grabbed this dark oak plank and pulled it aside. Oh, and same for Site 5. So you did go to Site 5 and 6. You did find these. You did not find... Or no, you did find Site 7. You didn't find Site 8. That was it. This is the one that you didn't get to. And then Site 1. Sites 1 and 2 have had... Oh, wait, no. No, I got that backwards. Okay. If the dark oak plank is retrieved, like if it's pushed out, yeah, Site 4, you didn't find these. That's it. So it's the ones with the dark oak plank in place. Sorry, Site 8 you did find. Site 6 and 7 and 5 you didn't find. Because this dark oak plank is pulled out.
How big are they?
The sites or the water
Yeah, like the
stream?
sites.
They're just little lockers or little, like those barrels in the wall that you found.
Oh, okay.
But, like, it's scattered throughout the game.
So I did find most of them.
Yeah, you found a good amount of them. But there are still some spots that have cards in them that you haven't found, like sites 1, 2, and 3. These are all still, that plank right there is knocked out, so that means that those spots are filled. And so on the next run, the system will not pull these open because there's already a card there. It doesn't need one. So yeah, so that's how spare cards end up in the system. But I find that gives you a chance to actually find them all and play them all. So yeah,
Yeah,
and
this
then
game is
it goes on a little countdown, and then it passes a torch to each one of these droppers, and so that's how it times each card. So as it passes it, it runs through each of these cards one at a time, dispenses them each one at a time, and hopefully it finds a home. If not, so let's assume most of, if not all, the spots are filled. So we don't need any cards on this run. That's okay. They all go here. Spare cards that didn't have a home, they just end up here. Because this piston at the end of the cycle, instead of having all those maps continually circulate and then despawn, this piston opens this glass, which creates a channel that channels it into that chest.
I can't even wrap my mind around this.
I know, right? It's a lot. There are a lot of contingencies that I have had to think about. This is the card randomizer. This spits out a shulker box full of wooden shovels, and each wooden shovel or each amount, corresponds to a different chute. Oh, this is open. This shouldn't be open. I don't know why that was pulled back. So yeah, each one opens to a different area, and it makes it all very complicated. But it works.
Yeah,
It
complicated, to say the least.
And yeah,
Wow.
that is Escape the Jackrooms.
It's insane.
I know, right?
There's no other word.
Okay, so let's get out of here. I want to take you to Dark's Dwarven Hall. He's worked really hard on this.
Oh, yeah, one second. Let me turn off flashback.
Sure.
Let's see.
Are you recording any audio still?
Yeah, I still am. But like,
Okay.
it's like the ending. Jackrooms, Redstone, explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of like putting that on like the second channel, like most of it, but like having like the main parts in the main video.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can do a
So it's like another
side
40
explanation. Oh, that was a 40-minute explanation. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. That's more footage to it. One second. Okay, let me or should I record this part or
That's up to you, I guess. It's not part of the
record it,
game.
why not? Let's go. Oh wait, what is like the note block thing?
The note block thing? So this was a chime. Unfortunately, it reaches down into the game. I didn't realize it would reach that far. But every time... So this is another one of those timers. This redstone block is here to stop the whole thing. So I've got a redstone block that pulls out if the game is started. So this piston fires when the game starts up, pulls back that redstone block, and starts this timer. So it's the same thing as the master door inverter. Got a bunch of deep slate brick in this case. And so it has to chew through 6 deep slate bricks, and when it does, it will dispense an item into a locker somewhere. Then it goes through this whole system to do that. But this redstone block freezes it and prevents it. So every time one of these deep slate bricks is kicked over from that dropper to its partner, this chime goes off.
Interesting.
Okay, so hear this. That's the chime that lets you know a single block has been kicked over, and it's ready to, it might even start, dispensing items. It just depends. But yeah, so this chime, this dun, 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 that's from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, a really decent movie by Steven Spielberg. It was a movie about aliens, and they communicated through notes. And so that chime was a prominent leitmotif within the score of the movie, as well as how the aliens communicated. They communicated with music. It was really cool.
Fits the theme.
Yeah. So I love that chime, so I emulated it, and I put it over there. Okay, so we can leave. Okay. Oh yeah, these slime pistons, this is how it would register. Or no, sorry, this is how it turns off the conduit power, or turns it on. And these over here, got stuck.
Oh, no, it's raining.
These are what would register the lightning strikes. So when a lightning strike happens, that travels down this piston slime block chain, and it powers a rail down there.
That's how people die from the falling.
Well, that's how the game knows that a lightning strike has occurred, and then it processes it accordingly.
Yep, that's what happened to me.
Yep. A hole in the floor opened up and killed you.
Yep. What happens in the Jackrooms?
Whoa. Put me in elytra fly mode. Wow. All right.
I'm trying to render distance. It's raining though. There we go.
Do you have a trident?
I do in my inner chest.
Okay. It'll be easier to get there with that. Does it have Riptide?
Yep. What the heck?
I know. This man worked tirelessly to do this while we were making Escape the Jackrooms.
It's like something from Winecraft.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's his Dwarven. He based it off of both the Mines of Moria and what was the name of the Lonely Mountain in The Hobbit? Erebor. That's it. Erebor and the Mines of Moria, the two big Dwarven locations in the Lord of the Rings movies. So he based a lot of this off that.
I want to take to build this.
He started building it when we started blowing up the underground for Escape the Jackrooms. So since February of last year. Or this year. Excuse me. That's right. It's not last year yet. It's still this year. We've only got like a month and some change left before the year's over anyway, so it kind of feels like this year's over, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Crazy.
He went and made all the designs and all the patterns, and yeah, he cleaned this place up something good. This used to be his work area. Creeper farm decoration, okay. So yeah, this is going to be a creeper farm.
Wow.
Because this central area is not deep dark. So it will spawn mobs. Oh, and he also got, I believe that's a zombie spawner? Yeah, he also got a zombie spawner by pure luck. All the way up there. So I'm sure he'll make something out of that. So yeah. This is Dark Takanuva's. Dark Takanuva is apparently a Bionicle reference. I never watched Bionicle or knew much about that, but, you know. A lot of people who do, or who did, they get that reference.
I wonder how it's like to fly in here.
Oh, dude.
And then, like, do a barrel roll.
Yeah. You could do a barrel roll mod stuff with, like, cinematics and stuff here.
Sure.
You should do the opening cinematic for Escape the Jackrooms in this area. Like, I'm just in awe at the amount of detail he has.
Yeah, it's insane. Try to go upside down.
Do a barrel roll.
Okay.
I got my old Nintendo 64 out of the closet upstairs like a month ago, and I found the old CRT television I had in my room as a child, and it still works. And I was like, I'm going to play Nintendo 64 on this. I haven't yet. I haven't even bothered to hook it up, but like it's in the back of my mind. Of course, that was during the height of like the crunch time for finishing the game. So like, you know, I was like, I want to play in 64 someday. I guess now I have the time. But yeah, that I have that game, Star Fox 64. That's where that phrase is from.
This whole base is crazy.
Oh, I know.
I don't even know what to say. It's just
Yeah, Dark is
insane.
very, very gifted and very talented. The man knows how to make a good build.
This plus your build.
Yeah.